Okay, so I did that awfully quick at the end there. I added in this -1. -1 says go back to whatever the last page was. And so if we add this in, and then, you know, for our purposes, it'll do the exact same thing because we were going back to the projects page anyway. But you can picture if you were navigating around and you use that -1, it will take you back to whatever the last page you were on. That's super handy to have a go back button. All right, well, what would be nice is if it would tell us here what we're donating to. And then as we enter the amount and we add to cart, we need to know which project was it that they donated to. And so how do we get the information from one place to the other? Now, obviously, I showed you before, we can create a state variable and then lift up to the appropriate level to pass it. That's one way that we can do it. But I want to show you a different way of doing it. And similar to what we've done in the past, we can use the route. And it's not a true route because we're not, it's not a URL route. We're using it in the URL. But again, this is a single page application, so don't lose sight of that. But it gives us a way to pass, React gives us a way to pass the information as part of the route. So what we can do as we go back to our page where we're clicking to donate, so back on the project list TSX, as we say we're going to donate, just like we've done before, we can add in here, the format is to add a slash and then a $sign. And if we're going to use so let me just show you. If I say in here, well, what I want to use is the project name. How's the project name stored? Well, it's stored in this, as we're mapping in this P variable, it stores the information for one project, and then it's loaded up with the information for the next project, just like the I in a for loop. This is changing for each time we come through. It's going to have the information for a new project. And so here I can say, go out to the p.project name, and let's pass that information as we navigate to donate. Let's pass this information, but you can see it's not lighting up. It's not doing anything. What it's going to do is it's going to try and find a path that looks like this. And there isn't a path, and so we'll get let me try it. Let's save it and demonstrate this. We're going to get an error because it's trying to pass the actual donate and then the project name, not what's in project name, but p.project name. We don't want that. So remember that if we're trying to embed variables inside a string literal, then what we need to use here instead of the regular apostrophe is the backtick. So we use that apostrophe that's up in the top left-hand corner instead, and that way it will treat the stuff inside. It will say, yeah, there is a string, but then we're also putting variables inside this string. All right, so it doesn't like something. P.project name, is that not what it's called? That's what it's called. Oh, but it doesn't exist. No, we're inside the map still. Control S. Will Control S save me? Sometimes I hope it just saves me. Yeah, and I see what it's saying. So it's nothing to do with the p.project name here. It's the fact that we're passing it to the route, but the route's not ready to receive it. So we can't do that. What we need to do is, where is this going, right? That's what we need to look at first. So this is going to take us to donate. So on the donate page side, we need to prepare to receive it. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a const here that we will refer to as project name because that's what's coming in. And we will use params for use parameters. Now it's not going to recognize that at first. We bring it in. Now watch where it brings it in. It brings it into our React Router DOM. This is part of the React Router DOM navigation. I'm saying I'm going to use a parameter here, in this case, that we're going to call project name. So we update that. We have our import, just like we have our use navigate, we have our use project name. And then in our actual code, we can come in and say something like donate to, and then we can use that parameter. We can say in that place, project name. So now we're using the variable. It gets happy because we're actually using the variable we declared, and we're bringing that in through that navigation. So let's save this and see if that worked. Do a save all. Oh, and it's not liking it now because I don't, okay. I did a capital P, it should be a lowercase p. All right, maybe it wouldn't have yelled at me before because of that, but we did still need to set it up on the other side. So now that we have that in place, let's come over here and let's try. And we can see that it's passing it along here. It's getting, instead of the p.project name, it's passing St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School, but we're not getting the page. There's an error somewhere. If I inspect this page, I can go look and see what it's telling me. And it says that no routes match that. Well, why not? If we come back into our code and go to the app TSX, I have to make a modification here. So this is the point I'm trying to get across. We have to modify in each piece of this puzzle in navigation. So recapping, on the project list, we said, hey, we want to pass some information along as we call our donate route. We had to set up in the donate page to say, I'm going to be receiving this information. And then in the app TSX, here I need to make an entry that when I go to donate, it may have with it. So the way that we do this is to say /: and then project name is the thing that we're going to be potentially receiving as a parameter. So when I save this now and come back to my app, then we can see it actually did it automatically. Donate to St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School. And if we go back and we click on the next one, donate to Lungi Tinta 4 St. Augustine Secondary School Gate. And so each one now, it's passing that information in the route to allow us to see this on this end. So not bad, really. Hopefully you feel the same way. Not too bad. We just need to make sure that we're modifying it in each place. So we, in the project list, we were saying, and we don't have to do this in this order, we want to pass this information. We need to create a way to receive that on the other side, and then we need to modify our route to handle that information. Now, if we're in the running app and we say $50 add to cart, it's currently not doing anything, right? Well, obviously because we haven't set anything up. So what we're going to do in the next video is handle the cart, start to handle the cart. We'll build a new page and figure out how we can get this information as the user navigates around from place to place in our website. How can we retain that information while they're shopping, so to speak, for projects to donate to? We'll look at that in the next video. Spencer, out.